So we are live. Awesome. Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to I Am in Your Living Room with me, Tyler, Nicole, and Josh. As some of you guys may know, Shonda Thursdays are back with a brand new show called How to Get Away with Murder. The show revolves around a professor played by Viola Davis and her students who get entwined in a murder plot. It is sure to be a hit this fall. I'm so excited for it. I know Josh is too. You
So
may
excited.
so excited, right? You may have seen Karen Cabrera in the first episode of the most recent season of Grey's Anatomy, but she has moved on to bigger and better things. Today we had the pleasure of sitting down and chatting with Karen, who plays one of the law students on How to Get Away with Murder, to talk about how she got into acting, the show, and her future in the entertainment industry. Thank you so much for joining us, Karen. It's such a pleasure to have you with us today.
Of course, anytime.
Okay. So, for those people who don't really know you, how would you describe yourself?
I believe that I have a split personality. There are times when I can be like charismatic, and there are times when I know when to be business minded, when I know that this is all business, there's nothing professional, personal. So it's like, yeah, split personality. It's all like charismatic and business. So there's two sides of me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think everybody has that split personality. I know I do.
Yes, so do
Yeah,
I.
it's important. It's really professional too.
All right. So when did you decide you wanted to be an actor?
I decided to be an actress when I was 6 years old. My first project was on local network television in the Philippines. I was part of Little Miss Philippines 2000, and I won from the finals Little Miss Friendship, and that's where it started. I was 6 years old, and after that, I just started off a lot of acting lessons, dancing lessons, singing lessons, modeling workshops, a lot of sports. I was engaged with boxing, fencing, badminton. I always had something to do. I was always busy, and I was always molding my craft today.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
So, speaking of, building your craft, I'm sure there are some actors that you look up to and who you think are top notch. So, who are some actors that you look up to?
I look up to Halle Berry, Emma Watson, Leonardo DiCaprio,
Yeah.
and Brad Pitt.
Those are
Yeah, those are great choices. I love Emma Watson.
Yeah, I'm a huge Halle Berry fan.
All right. So who are some actors or actresses you'd like to collaborate with in the future?
I would love to collaborate with Lucy Liu, not just because that she's like Asian and we have the same ethnicity, but because I think she's into like the whole stunts and everything, and I have like the boxing fencing side. So if we combine those to make a action movie, I think it's just gonna be so epic.
Yeah, no, that would be so cool. I love Lucy Liu, and she's always so on point with every single job she does. I think that would be such a cool movie. Um,
So serious, I love
so
it.
cool. Um, so how did you take your passion for acting and your music and everything and turn it into a successful career at such a young age?
I think being all rounded with music, dancing, and singing, songwriting, it just everything just makes sense, um, all the regulations and everything, the rules, and it's just like an art, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it's an art. So I think knowing all sides and all eyes and ears for each craft and skill, it's an advantage for an overall artist.
Yeah, of course.
It's really good to be multi-talented.
Yeah, it's really important.
Yeah. So what is the main thing you wish to achieve through your acting career?
The main thing I want to achieve is I just want to make unforgettable like movies and films and series. Like every single performance that I portray on camera, I want it to be unforgettable. I want to make sure that my art is a gift to people because I feel like people in the business fail because they're feeding their ego. They want to be on camera because they're in it for the money. They make a noise in the industry. It's just all for the ego. They're just feeding their ego. But for me, I just want to give my art and all my skills and all my songs to the public to make their lives better and brighter, to inspire them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great. Inspiration. Whenever someone says that their main goal is inspiration, I always know that they're like a good soul, you know, they want to do good for the world. But we know that you are working on Run the Tide with Taylor Lautner. So, what is it like working with such a young, established actor?
You know, it's funny because I had no idea that Taylor Lautner was casted in this movie. So my first day on set, I go to the casting director. Her name is Alex, and I was like, okay, so what are we gonna do today? And she was like, okay, this is what's gonna happen. Taylor Lautner is the leading man, and then he just passes by me. I'm like, holy crap. He's like I was cheering on when I was grade 6. And my friends were like, so who are you, Edward or Jacob? I'm like, Jacob, Jacob! And then now he's just here with me on set. So it's like dreams really come true. So it's awesome. And it's like you're in a professional setting and everyone's professional. And from a girl like me from the Philippines who goes to LA to pursue this type of business, it's mind blowing.
Yeah. That's awesome. Like, I'm a guy, but if Taylor Lautner walked past me, I would be fangirling so hard because I love Taylor Lautner.
I tried to hold myself. Like he's just playing there, and I'm just reading a book on set. He's just playing with his friends. And that's it.
So, so we know that you are very multi-talented. When did you start working in the music world?
I started music at a really young age. I started singing when I was 4,
Oh,
which means humming, and like yeah, just humming. I didn't know how to read, and I grew up listening to Michael Jackson, Mariah Carey, and Spice Girls. Spice Girls was my favorite, and
oh,
that
love the Spice Girls.
I started writing when I was 13 because of like my surroundings, my environment was not normal. So I that's when I started writing poems about it. And the first poems kind of suck. So it's like you grow from that. And now that I'm 18, I feel like I just have to take my time with writing because that's where art comes from. It pulls you from inspiration and the willingness to follow through.
Definitely. So you are clearly a talented singer, having started when you were 4 years old, and a rapper and a songwriter. So are you currently working on any new music?
I'm working on my mixtape right now. It's called So Help Me God Volume 1. There's no specific release date because I just want to compile all the art first. I really just want to take my time with this.
Yeah,
I treat my music like a painting. It takes time. Sometimes it takes a year, like Andre 3000.
right.
Yeah. Like, I think that's so important with music because you just have to make sure it's like right. Like, one of my favorite artists is Beyonce, and she makes sure her music is right all the time. She doesn't work on a specific timetable. You just have to make sure it's right.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, are there any musical icons you wish to work with in the future?
I would love to work with Drake and Beyonce.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think this is Beyonce.
I love Drake. He's literally my favorite. I have a poster of him on my wall. The only poster I will ever put on my wall is of Drake. Um,
And
so,
also Kendrick Lamar. And yeah,
oh yeah, he's great too. Yeah. So what genre do you say you fit into?
I think I fit in. You know, I had a hard time looking for myself in music. I talked to a lot of mentors because I could be a jazz singer, I could be R&B, pop, I could also rap. So I had a hard time looking for myself growing up. So I think I would say hip hop soul.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's cool.
Okay, so moving on, how do you define fashion?
I define fashion by the way that by the way of your physical appearance. Like I had some fashion stylists tell me that I was fat. I had cupcakes on my hips. and it's really discouraging. But you just gotta be strong, and just wear something you're comfortable with, and just be confident. Breast out, chin up, butt out. Just be confident. Wear whatever you want. Don't let the fashion designers tell you that you can't wear their clothes and you're too fat, so don't be a model. I'm like, no, I'm not in it for it. Whatever you want me to be, I'm just gonna wear whatever I like and be comfortable and be happy. As long as you're happy with what you're wearing, you're free. You know? All
Yeah.
the other things are crap.
As long as you're happy, whatever anyone else says shouldn't matter.
Yeah.
So what is your personal style?
My personal style is a lot of loose clothes. I like loose shirts like this, polos, but not loose pants. I like skinny jeans and stilettos.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes Vans and Converse. And my favorite shoe is Nike Max Women.
Yeah. That's like
Okay.
very classic. I like it.
Yeah. So, how does your street style differ from your performing style?
Performing style in singing or rapping or acting.
Well, you're in music.
In music,
Yes.
style in music. It's really different. With music, when I perform it, I have a lot of glitter. It's all about the sexiness and feeling great with the push-up bras and all that.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know what I mean. And the street style is just like the Vans, the jeans, t-shirt, polo. I like it Western. I think my style is like a mixture of Western and modern style.
Yeah. I get that. That's
Yeah.
like I feel that. So do you have any celebrity inspirations for your style?
Hmm. I think me and Kristen Stewart can get along off and on set. She's just
Yeah.
really back. I like her because she doesn't give a crap.
Yeah.
The paparazzi and everything like that.
That's great.
Yeah, I love Kristen Stewart's style. I think she's amazing. What is your go-to fashion piece when you're in a hurry?
Pardon?
What is your go-to fashion piece when you're in a hurry?
I'd say Nordstrom. Nordstrom has everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. So what is your favorite accessory?
Favorite accessory is my Longines watch. I wear it every single day.
It's
And
cute. That's
it,
so
it,
cute.
it just goes with everything.
That's awesome.
Okay, moving on to How to Get Away with Murder. Can you tell us a little bit more about the plot?
I actually don't know much about the plot, so yeah. I can't.
Okay. Well, can you describe your character to us?
Um, I'm the law student, and I'm more of like, how the Asians are like so eager in class. So, like it's like an Emma Watson type, but the Asian version.
So you're like the Asian Hermione.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like who's always raising her hand in class and knows every single thing.
That's so
That
fun.
sounds fun.
Um,
So, how has working with such strong actors and producers such as Viola Davis and Alfred Enoch and Shonda Rhimes made an impression on you so far?
I actually never studied the characters or the actors in the TV series. I never got to study them, like their Wikipedias and their biographies, but I got to know them on set. They're really like into the script. They're like more on like they're perfectionists, and being with Viola Davis is like, oh my gosh, another Oprah. It's just like whoa, holy crap, and it inspires me. And yeah,
All right, sweet.
so you play a law student on the show, as you just told us. But if you weren't acting or singing, what would your career path be, do you think?
straight up, I'd be a writer. I'm actually writing a book right now too. So if I
Oh,
wasn't a
cool.
singer, yeah, I would be a writer, an author,
Oh, that's
or
cool.
a composer for artists. I'd be like at the back of the studio writing for them and not on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so At IAM, we run an interactive anti-bullying campaign all year round to encourage teens to be the one takes the ultimate stand against bullying, using the hashtag #BeTheOneWho on social media to promote awareness and community support. Have you had any experiences with bullying?
Definitely. Definitely. I felt like every place I went to, I was bullied. I was bullied when I was 8 years old for being fat. I was bullied in high school. I was bullied somewhat after high school too. So it's like, and I was also bullied like on set. Like that happened to by some cast members, and it sucked. So my advice for them is to just, you gotta be strong. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta be strong. And sometimes when you're young and you're working and you're different from the normal people who's not in the entertainment industry, the world can seem like awfully unfair. And when you're treated unfairly, it makes you stronger and more determined and especially wise. So it's just like it's just like slavery, you know, when they came out of their terrible like crushed system, they came out stronger and more determined, like Martin Luther King and Oprah. So it's just the same thing. You just gotta think differently.
Right.
Right. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of a break from all the heavy questions and do a little fun rapid fire. So what you're gonna do is just answer the questions as quickly as you can with like the first thing that comes to mind, okay? Okay. So, what is your favorite TV show right now?
I don't have time for TV, so can it be an old one? Yeah,
Sure.
yeah, that's alright then.
That's all
Love
right.
Storyman. Oh my gosh, that was my favorite Disney Channel
Wait, oh
Good
my
applause for that. That's great.
show. I love Raven.
god. Me
All
too.
right, so what is your favorite thing to do in your free time?
Right. Continue my book.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Nothing.
What is your all-time favorite movie?
All-time favorite movie is Legends of the Fall, starring Brad Pitt. Blows nowhere. His acting abilities are like impeccable.
All right, sweet. What is your favorite song?
Oh my god. My favorite song is "I Can't Make You Love Me" by Bon Iver.
Stop. That's my favorite song.
Really? Are you listening
Yeah.
to that now?
But I like the Bonnie Ray
Oh,
version, but it's so good.
no, it's just so soothing.
It's oh my god, it's incredible. Moving on. What is your dream role?
My role from like past movies or what?
For yeah, from past movies.
I'd love to do Lucy Liu's role in Charlie's Angels.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. What is your guilty pleasure?
My guilty pleasure is Tim Tams and Maltesers. Tim Tams are from Australia. It's an Australian chocolate. So good.
Mhm.
What are they called?
Tim Tams.
Tim Tams. Oh yeah, I've heard of those.
I've heard of those too. Um, so Starbucks or Coffee Bean?
Starbucks.
Okay. I'm more of a Coffee Bean girl, but I get it.
All right, Zac Efron or Dave Franco?
Dude, I just saw Zac Efron 3 days ago on set.
Really?
Gosh, it's hard to decide because I never really met Dave Franco, and it's better to meet them in person because you know their personality and everything. So I gotta go with Zach because he's such a sweetie pie.
You're working in a movie with Zac Efron?
Yeah, it's called "We Are Your Friends."
You're on
Oh,
We Are Your Friends with Max. No,
Max
Max from
Joseph?
pardon?
Max Joseph?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I've been like following that film since like production. That's awesome. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So who would you rather go shopping with, Ariana Grande or Miley Cyrus?
Miley Cyrus. I think we'll get along
Yeah,
very well.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Okay, so who's your favorite musical icon?
Icon, icon. I gotta go with Tupac because of his poetry, and I feel like I could relate to him because he's a rapper, singer, and actor,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and songwriter, and his lyrics are just so deep. You won't really get it at first, and I like those types of artists.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
when
I
they
love how diverse you are. Like you like Tupac, and then you like Beyonce, and then you like Drake. I really like how diverse you are, and when it comes to music.
So great. It's so refreshing because like a lot of people are very one track minds. Like if they like country music, they like Garth Brooks, they like Miranda Lambert, they like Carrie Underwood, they like all those people. But like you have a very wide range, and it's so cool.
I grew up listening to a lot of Eminem because my brother was a hip hop cat back in Australia. So yeah, I grew up to Eminem, Tupac, Biggie. It was always like in the sound systems in the house. So I think that's how I learned how to rap.
Yeah, that's so cool. So what is your favorite quote?
Woo! Favorite quote. I actually made up my own. It's a three-word kind of thing. It's called running and steady. It's like a motto, not a quote.
That's cool.
Run
Yeah.
24/7. Run and steady.
Nice.
All right. So here at IAM, we are big advocates of the idea that smart is sexy. This means that we value independence, intellect, and positivity over looks alone. How do you juggle working hard and looking good?
That's the challenge of being in the limelight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's part of your job, and I think being smart is the sexiest thing like that you can possibly do, because like smart in a way that you are thoughtful,
Hmm.
smart in a way that you are generous, and everything else below that is just crap. So I think being smart is the sexiest thing you can do.
Right.
Always study. That's what I say. Study. Run and study.
So, how has being smart and sexy helped you in your career?
Again, it's also part of the job. Like before you go on set, before you receive, like after you receive a script and you don't get some of the terms, research about it, research about the people who's on the set, research why, like if you're doing a biography or a documentary, research more about the person that you are portraying for the film. And it's all about research. Yeah, just keep studying.
Yeah.
All right. So what are three qualities that you find most sexy in a person?
Hmm. Qualities. Smart.
Mhm.
That's streetwise and intelligent-wise or educated. Funny and who has an athletic mind, or doesn't necessarily need to be an athlete, but have the athletic mind, like the mindset of a lion.
Yeah.
That's
Hardworking. Because that's like the first thing I notice in a man is their hunger. That's really important. Because if they're just lazy or just like doing nothing with their life, I don't really want to like affiliate with that type of person.
yeah. I like that a lot. I've never heard that before, but I'm definitely gonna use that if someone ever asks me that question because that's so true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. So we know that you've lived in Australia and the Philippines and the United States. So what has been your favorite place to live and why?
In terms of my friendship, I really miss the Philippines,
Yeah.
honestly, because I grew up there for 10 years and it's just different. And when you come to LA from a place like the Philippines, it's just like you feel lonely
Yeah.
because it's a big difference. It's a big like a big jump. But because I chose my life, I choose this type of career. I gotta choose LA because this is what I want to do.
Yeah. Okay.
I want to live in LA so bad.
That's my end goal, LA.
Okay.
All right, so we know that you travel a lot. So how do you manage relationships, whether it be with family, friends, or a significant other?
um, First of all, I'm not in a relationship because I don't have time for that.
Hmm.
But I always have my family with me. My parents are really strict and they raised me as a Catholic, so every performance, every tour, I have my mom or my dad, and my PAs are my uncles. So that's how different I am from all the other actors or artists. Because when you have a family member as your PA, it's like it's more trustworthy.
Yeah, and you know they're gonna do the best for you.
I feel safe with my belongings, and they're always there to remind you why you're here. You know, it's like when you look there, the PA is there, they're your uncles, so it's like, I gotta do this for my family's here, I gotta make them proud.
That's great. So, wrapping up, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
Next 5 years, honestly, I think I'm still gonna be like coming up because just like what Sanford Meisner said, to be a professional musician, it's gonna take 20 years of mastering that craft. So it's never going to be easy, especially for me. My parents are not in the entertainment industry, so I don't have the adequate resources for where I want to go. So it's still going to be on the go coming up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so how would you like to see your work progress?
I really want to choose my roles because it's hard when you're coming up as an actor. You really don't have much choices, so it's always limited. So I hope that I get to choose my own roles and get to star in movies with the people that I look up to and have studied prior, and just make good songs and inspire people and give what I have because I'm more of the giver type of person. I want to make people smile. I want to inspire kids and children, and I also want to do medical missions since I'm taking up nursing in college. So that's one of the reasons why I took up nursing because I care a lot about the sick, especially in Africa, and that's one of my goals.
That's
Wow.
great.
That's really great.
Yeah, I love how wise you are. I feel like you're so wise
We're
beyond your
so
years.
smart.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much for taking your time out of your busy schedule to join us for I Am in Your Living Room. We are so excited for all of your projects and How to Get Away with Murder, which premieres Thursday, September 25th. Be sure to follow Karen on Twitter at only Karen Sita. Also, follow us on Twitter at IAM, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check us out on at iam.com. You can find all of this information in the description box below. Join us next time for I Am in Your Living Room, featuring some of the newest up and coming teens and adults just like you.